All right, so in this video, I wanted to do the P&L for November, or share my trades for November, basically. So November was terrible. P&L for November was $500 US. If you compare it to October, much less. Probably the worst month in 2021, actually. Yeah, 2021 I had August 624, but November is now lower at 500. You can even see that December's total, we're only 10 days in December and it's already higher than November. So that's how bad November is. And if I look at the average before getting into November, the average for 2021 was a monthly of 2,000 US, and November is 500, so it's pretty low. And if we look at 2020, I started logging my trades in July. Here I do have a negative month, actually, September. So yeah, so let's go over the trades of November and I can explain a little bit why it's pretty low. All right, so if I go to my trade log, so November would be all these trades over here, the ones that have a close date of November. So my profit, I consider profits the trades that I close. So if they're closed, then they're confirmed profits, and that's what I consider in my monthly P&L. So right now, so I've got about 9 trades. So only 9 trades in November. So that's pretty sad. All right, so the first one here, we've got Pins Naked Put 45 strike, had open October 26th, expiring November 5th. So it looks like an earnings trade. Collected $1.05, and yeah, it's definitely an earnings trade. I closed it for 45 cents. I think I remember this one, actually. This is an earnings trade that I entered early thinking it was a good entry, but it wasn't, because I was able to enter another one later, November 2nd for November 5th expiry, 41 strike for $1. So I think heading into earnings, this was worth almost $3, the first one here. But then this is an entry that I made when pins continued to drop. And in fact, both of them would have expired worthless on November 5th, but I ended up closing them. I ended up paying to close it just in case. I ended up paying a little bit too much, but together got both pins here, both naked puts on Pinterest, gave me a net profit of 100 US. Then I've got Lightspeed here, open November 4th for December 17 expiry. It was a 55 put. Collected $2.50 and then closed it. I think I closed it the same day. Yeah, look at this, days held 0. So I closed this trade the same day for a $1 profit, so net profit of $88 US. And then next year I had a covered call on Intel, opened October 22nd for December 17 expiry. I entered a covered call for $48 at a 50 strike. So it's as if I sold a 50 put for $2. And then I closed it for $49.10, or as if I closed it for $1.10. No, sorry, as if I closed it for 90 cents. So that gives me a $1.10 profit. After commissions, that's $98 US net profit. Next here, I've got Peloton. I did a covered call in my RSP. This is the day when Peloton dropped 30% after earnings. I did a covered call, 55 strike for December 17 expiry. I entered for $50. So it's as if I sold a 55 put for $5, but then the same day I closed it for $4. So that gives me a $1 profit, or $88 net profit. But I actually re-entered this trade the same day, but now I'm stuck with it because Peloton continued to drop, and I think it's somewhere over here. Peloton, yeah, it's right over here. So I re-entered the same trade, and I actually rolled it. I re-entered for 55 strike, and then I rolled it down to 50 strike. So my total credit received is, well, basically my net debit for this 50 strike cover call right now is 47.37. So my max profit on this trade, if Peloton goes above 50 by January 21st, is $2, and the difference between 50 and 47.37. But I could also roll it again. If it's trading close to 50, I can roll it to February and squeeze some more premiums out of it. But with the way Peloton's dropping, I think it's below 40 right now. So yeah, it looks like my 50 strike is going to be safe. and I'm gonna end up keeping the shares, and I'm just gonna have to roll it again. All right, so going back to November, I was at Peloton over here. Okay, that's $80 net profit. And then I had a $5 put spread. This was for earnings for sure. So I opened a put spread before earnings. So September 28th, I opened it for November 19 expiry, but I closed it November 10. I think September 28 is not correct because this is too far. So yeah, it says 43 days held, yeah. Oh yeah, no, this was a put spread that I opened a while back, but I held on to it until earnings. I had to roll it a few times, and I think I held on to it to earnings. So I went into earnings with this put spread, but Fiverr jumped after earnings, so got lucky there. So I initially collected $1. I was able to close it the next day for 20 cents. So that's a $67 net profit. And then next year I had a naked put on Twitter. I think I did 2 contracts. Yeah, I did 2 contracts on Twitter. Here, let me zoom in a bit. So yeah, 2 contracts on Twitter, 52.5 strike. I think that's Twitter is trading in the 40s right now. At $1.63, I closed it for $1.84. So I took a loss on that one. And I did that when Peloton dropped hard after earnings. I started having buying power issues because I had a naked put. I think I had 3 contracts on Peloton before earnings, or no, 2 contracts before earnings, and then I added another contract after earnings. So my buying power, available buying power decreased. I wasn't comfortable with the available buying power. So I decided to close anything that was profitable and anything that was showing a small loss just to release some buying power. So there you go. So this one I just closed quickly just to release some buying power, and I took a loss of $55 US, and it's a good thing I did because Twitter is below 45 right now. So it's a good thing I took the loss. If I want to re-enter now, I could re-enter at a 40 strike, and it will be a much better entry. Next year I got Snap. I closed it for the same reason as Twitter. I closed it to release some buying power. So December 17 is next week, and I think Snap is trading a little bit over 50. So I definitely could have closed it for a better profit here, but I ended up closing for $1.59, giving me $29 net profit. But like I said, it was just to release some buying power. I was closing anything that I had that was showing a small profit or a small loss. Next year I've got Zoom. This must have been an earnings play, I believe. I'm not sure, I don't remember. November 22nd open date, expired November 26th, close November 24th. Definitely an earnings trade, 2 days held. So I sold a 170 put before earnings, collected $1.05. I think next day, I think Zoom fell a little bit, I don't remember. I was able to close it for 10 cents. Actually 2 days later, I closed it for 10 cents 2 days later. So that's an $83 net profit, and I'm pretty sure the 170 put expired worthless on November 24th. Next year I've got ZS. This was this is December, see? So that's it for November actually. These were the only trades for November. So that's a total of 500 US. Now let's look at my average now. Average confirmed profits of option selling. Let's look at since July. Let's include all the bad numbers. So if I include July, if I include 2020 and 2021, it gives me an average of 1568 US per month. It's not bad, I guess. 1568 times, I don't know what the USD is at right now, 125 let's say. So it's almost 2,000 Canadian. I mean, and that's the profit, but that's not the value of my portfolio, because I'm holding a lot of trades that are not doing too well. So all these 2024s here, they're not good trades. So I'm sitting on a lot of unrealized loss. I haven't confirmed these losses, but they're unrealized, and they're impacting my portfolio value. And so the trades that I have remaining now, I've got that Peloton covered call in my RSP. Got a Lightspeed covered call at a 55 strike in my RSP as well. I've got this is a put spread that I opened today. So a Coinbase put spread for January 21st, collected $1, 210, 205 strike. So 210 seems pretty good. Etsy put spread 195, 190 for $1 as well. January 21st expiry. I have Docu here, 125, 120 for $1. I opened this after earnings, of course, when it dropped hard. It wasn't the best entry, but yeah, it was showing a small profit this week. I've got a Zoom put spread 150, 145 for $1 as well, January 21st. I've got a Square put spread 160, 155 for $1, January 21st expiry. I've got Facebook and Spotify as well. These ones were closable this week for about 50% profit. I didn't close them. I was kind of greedy. I wanted a bit more. I wanted to squeeze more premium out of them because I felt the strike was pretty safe. So I didn't have to close it early. 285 on Facebook and 200 on Spotify. So I didn't close it, but if I did close it, probably combined would have been an extra $100 for the week. Because actually last week, not that last week, I mean for the December 10th expiry week, I've closed about 510 US just this week. So just this week was better than the whole month of November. So if I would have added Spotify and Facebook, if I closed them, that would have been 600. And there were 2 earning trades that I didn't play just because of fear, but Coupa and some other stock I forget. But the strike was really far. If I did a naked put on them, would have made $1 on Coupa and $2 on the other stock. And the strike was really, really out of the money. So really I had no reason not to take it except for seeing so many stocks drop 20-30% this season. So that was my fear, or that was my concern. But otherwise it was an easy $300 to make. So that would have put my week at almost 6 plus 3, $900. Anyway, so what else do I have left? I've got Fiverr as well, 115, 110, seems pretty good. This was not profitable. Got a Dash put spread 150, 145. I think Dash fell all the way to 155 at some point, so this is not profitable. I've got a covered call on Z, so it's that naked put that I converted into a covered call in my RSP. Got a naked put on PayPal at 175. It's taking a lot of buying power, but I'm not concerned with the strike. I think it's a fair strike. And then all this here is all terrible stuff, not even worth mentioning. But I'm worried about Roku here because it's good that it jumped this week, but it is taking a lot of buying power out of me. Almost combined, I think almost 10,000 Canadian. So that's a lot. But yeah, these are my remaining trades. So just wanted to share with you my November P&L and my trades. So if you have any questions, leave in the comments section below. Like always, if you're going to open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral link below to get $50 in free trades. Thanks for watching.